This is a moment. What's going on, guys? This is Dallas here. I'm out here grilling in my backyard right now, relaxing a little bit post online worship gathering. It was a fantastic morning, and we thought maybe we'd take a moment to show you what led to the moment of our online worship gathering. All right, but to do that, I need to take you all the way back to last week. So let's do this. All right, so I'm here at the church. My team's already inside, setting up, doing stuff, getting ready to go to record tonight's worship. Let's go inside and see how things are going. All right, so the team started doing worship, and this is a really cool experience. It's kind of weird though, because our drummer is playing, but these are electrical drums. So for those in the room, all you hear are tapping, and then we have a piano player, and when she's playing, all you hear is nothing. Like it's electronic keyboard. You don't hear anything on the piano, and so it's a really weird experience. But what's happening is the team is they're playing, and we're recording to a software called Logic. And so what's going to happen later is we're going to have another team who's going to come in and they're going to master all the audio together so it sounds good, sounds full. It's going to sound a little bit like this. Now, for contrast, this is what it sounds like right now. So again, it's a really cool thing. It's an interesting night to do this. The team come together and we're worshiping. Like it's not like we're just performing. Like these guys are legitimately worshiping and focusing their attention on Christ. My media team is doing the exact same thing. I mean, while they're manning cameras, they're making sure they got good camera angles, making sure that everything's good to go, the image is clear. This is an act of worship that they are doing. And it's really cool to see people engage in the Lord using their gifts and talents like this.
Come and do what you do. We are here for you.
Okay, so now what our worship team is doing is they're doing extra music that goes at the end of the service and the beginning of the service. It's kind of my in-between music that I use, and we found out that this was a great way of having music on the track that sounds like us. It keeps the identity of us. That way I'm not grabbing random stuff off the internet. It's still us. It's still our identity. And so this has been a great treat to have them do this. So all they do is once they finish the set, they spend about 10 minutes just worshiping, and you can't see too well necessarily because it's focused on me, but maybe we can focus on these guys right here, like Adrian, and then they're just directing this whole thing. That was terrible. So, and then what my team is doing, what our media team is doing here, is they're just kind of monitoring it, just in case we need the extra video footage. Now, you may have seen this TV right here. This TV right here that they have set up, this is actually the feed for this camera right here. This is our roaming camera that gets different angles, and while her camera is just a primary single shot that's really good. And so they work in tandem, they work back and forth to make sure everything looks good, and we have it on that TV so that it's easier for people to see, for them to see what's going on, make sure they have a clean shot, make sure all the barriers are good, instead of looking at a little bitty screen. All right, so I'm here with Adrian, and Adrian, for the first time today, led worship for us for the online community. You were the main guy. You were leading the whole thing. So Adrian, the question is, what was it like for you to lead worship for this?
Empty room.
Yeah, so what was it like for you?
Almost empty room. You know, it was, I will say it's a different feel, right? Mm-hmm. There aren't people here to really like pump up the energy, you know?
Right.
You look out and you see people like getting real hype about service.
Right.
The gathering,
the
experience that we're having. And you don't have that. You don't have any like hype people, right? Everybody here is working to make it as best as it can be, right?
Right.
So you kind of miss out on that. So the hype is right here.
Yeah.
We kind of make the hype, right? It's just really just us and the Lord.
Right.
So it's like it's actually kind of cool because
Yeah.
like even in service, like it goes to like from the beginning, it's kind of like, all right, there's no one here. But
Yeah.
like once you start pressing in and really realizing like what we're here for, like we're here for you guys.
Right.
Like, we're here to worship the Lord.
Exactly.
So it's it's just him.
Right.
It's an audience of one, right?
Exactly.
So it's awesome.
That's awesome.
I love it.
So again, like a whole aspect of this whole thing that I've been telling people from the beginning is like, when we start doing this online stuff, online ministry, people have to realize why they're worshiping and why they're preaching. Are you preaching for the masses? Are you worshiping for the masses? Or are you worshiping for Jesus? And so this is what you guys heard, is that this has grown our team to really think that way and to go, we're worshiping the Lord. It doesn't matter what's out here, we're worshiping the Lord and we're leading people in the future. What was like that for you? You got to keep in mind that you're leading people days from now in worship of the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, for obvious things, you got to remember that it's Sunday.
Right.
Now it's Tuesday.
Right.
We're recording. And so you're like, remember it's Sunday.
Right.
They're not watching it at night. It's nighttime right now. So
Right.
you're like, those types of things. But yeah, it's just a lot of remembering that,
Right.
really technical stuff. It can be tough because you don't want to say like, oh, tonight, welcome, good evening,
Right.
everyone.
Good evening.
Because then you're like, oh man, we got to re-record that. 'cause
Exactly.
It's not going to be evening.
Right.
So it's just technical things like that. Kind of
Awesome.
tough. That's
Right.
all right.
Cool. So this is Adrian. Adrian, you did a great job. So let's talk to some more people. All right. So we are now here in, I don't know what we call this, Studio 104, I think, or something like that. And this is our production team for today. And so question for you guys, what was it like for you to be here during this worship? Again, it's very different. It doesn't sound anything like what's going to sound like on Sunday. What's it like for you guys to film and also to go, this is an act of worship at the same time? So who wants to go first? He smiled first, so he gets to go first.
Okay. Reflex. So it is a neat experience because I feel myself wanting to get into the worship while I tend to want to close my eyes, dance and whatnot, lift my hands, and at the same time, like I've had to balance sometimes working in the booth before, you know that if you start getting neglectful, then the experience for all the other people that are going to watch is going to get confusing and bad.
Right.
So I have to maintain the mentality that like I am working and to try to not limit it to some concept of just being like a spiritless production, like an empty
Right.
production and whatnot. It's a balance.
Right.
And
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. How about you, Terry?
I like it. I like learning all of the filming and the producing aspects and stuff like that. It's
Right.
very scary. Very scary. But like Jonathan said, you gotta watch what you're doing, but still you're still kind of worshiping like way back here,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know. But trying not to
Not to bounce on that tail on the
don't
box.
don't bounce too much because the camera's gonna shake.
That's awesome. Awesome, cool stuff. So this is just one part of getting stuff ready for Sunday. We still have lots of work this week to get done. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of that here in a little bit. All right, so we are back, and this is the next day, and I'm here in the studio with Celeste. We're about to film using the setup right here to do one of our in-between videos that we do each week. I'm really dark. Right? So that's what we're doing right here. This is one of the things we have Celeste come in, a couple other people throughout the week, and we do different stuff like this. And so let's watch us do this video with Celeste, and then we'll talk more later.
Hello, THP Online community. Welcome to our gathering. We are so glad that you are here today. Do us a favor, check out your screen, familiarize yourself, comment, talk about your lunch plans, talk about your breakfast plans, what you had for breakfast, what you're having for breakfast, and just enjoy the conversation and community. Do us a favor though, wait until the very end of our gathering because Pastor Scott is going to bring us some essential information about next week's gathering that you really need to know.
All right, Celeste, so you've been doing this for several weeks, doing one of our intros. What's it like for you to come in every week and to try to encourage people to communicate and take part in the online community?
It's fun.
Yeah?
So I think the most difficult part is getting the wording together and coming up with a different question so it doesn't look like we're just recycling footage.
Exactly. Why is this important to you for you to do this for our online community every week?
Well, it helps us, our online community, be a community.
Right.
So we are currently unable to meet in person, and even if we were able to meet in person, we have people from all over that are part of our online community.
Right.
So we want them to feel included as well.
Absolutely. Good deal. All right. So again, that's just one small part. We got a lot more going on today. We're about to go in and have to film Pastor Scott. It's going to be party. Okay. So we are in the sanctuary now. We're about to record. They're getting levels. I got Scott and Tanya on stage. I got 2 team members who are about to record. We're doing some experiment today, doing double recording, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we just finished recording the message for this Sunday's worship gathering. Cassie, how was that for you? What's it like for you to stand up there and help provide a worship experience for everybody? Because like, legitimately, if you guys sneeze, you move the camera, it gets distracting. So what's it like for you to realize that you have a major function in this?
Well, it was very uncomfortable. I did not really stand. I just sat on the stool the entire time.
Right.
And could not move.
Right.
Like at all.
Right.
It got very uncomfortable very fast. But it's also just getting a good shot that is gonna be there like the entire time.
Right.
Everybody's gonna see it for like the whole worship experience.
Right.
So if you mess that up, you basically got to start all over again.
Exactly. So you have helped me out for 8 weeks now, 10 weeks almost, I think. You've been there almost from the beginning, doing all the filming stuff. What has been the biggest thing you've learned filming? Because we've used a couple different techniques, a couple different cameras. So what's the biggest thing that you've learned?
Probably setting up the shots.
Okay.
Getting the white balance correct. Zooming in on people and like all the head space and things like that. You don't want to get it too close because then it doesn't look like they have any hair. But if you get it like too much, then it's just like this weird space where nothing's happening and you don't really see them that much. I don't know, white balance has been the biggest challenge for me. Everyone looks orange, especially Matt.
Yeah.
So he's so dark and Jenny is so light, and it's a challenge.
There you go. All right, so that's just one small part of everything, and we still have a lot more work going on this week to get things done. Cassie, thank you so much. All right, let's transition out. All right, so it is Wednesday afternoon, and I'm currently working on the video portion of things. We've done all of the video recording for Sunday morning. We did the recording for Scott, for his preaching, for our worship team. I do have one more recording I gotta do tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning, hopefully tomorrow morning, for an intro. We did Celeste, and now I gotta start putting things together. However, I'm just working on the video portions. I'm not working on the audio aspects. Audio is being done by somebody else. I wanna take a sneak peek because we're not just doing all the stuff. We're teaching people, we're training people right now too. So we're gonna go check out the sanctuary real quick where Pastor Matt is training somebody on how to edit our audio, all right? As you see here is the team listening to the music back, and they're EQing every individual track. I'm trying to be quiet so I don't disturb them. This is really an art and science put together in one. All right, so I am currently rendering out the project. Been here since a little early this morning working on it. As far as Pastor's preaching, it's not everything together, it's just Pastor's preaching. And we're putting everything together. I'm waiting for Carlos to come in. We're about to record his part, his intro. Hey, there's the man, the myth, the legend.
Did I just
No, you're good.
just interrupt you?
This is
What
the
do you
legend, right? This is the vlog.
The what?
This is the vlogger, man.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's good.
Yeah.
Getting to see the behind the scenes stuff.
Absolutely. Walking through just what we're doing here, about to record. Carlos is behind you for the intro.
There he is. There he is. We're all here. We're all here.
Been doing this for weeks
I
now.
really do wish I could preach in a hat. I mean, I know I probably could, but man, it's just a part of me now. It's just a part of me. It's a part of my ensemble.
That's it. It's his identity.
All right. You guys have a good one.
All right, so Carlos, we're about to record you, bud.
Yep.
So, Carlos, you're doing the intro today. Normally you do the outro, but today you're doing the intro.
I am.
So, but we got some key information we got to say this weekend. So, we'll tell you guys later.
Hello, online community. we want to welcome you to this week's Sunday worship gathering. We're so glad to have you. We want to encourage you, wherever you are, whether it's in your living room, wherever it is, find some space for you to be able to worship God and focus on what He's doing. Come sermon time, go ahead and grab that pen and pad or your iPad, whatever you use to take notes, and write down what the Lord is saying to you. And we want to encourage you, it's essential. After this broadcast, at the end of the broadcast, Pastor Scott is going to give us important, essential information about next week's gathering. Make sure you stick around for that. Until then, God bless.
Woo, that was bright. What's going on, guys? All right, so I'm in a kind of an interesting space right now. Traditionally, with it being Thursday, I'm here until a bit later. I don't normally go home until roughly 7 because I'm editing, trying to get things done and out the door. However, I don't know, I'm in an interesting space right now. We've been doing some new techniques, we're doing some new things. We've also have tweaked a few things here and there, and I'm done. like I am almost completely done with the broadcast. In fact, the only thing holding me up is I got somebody sending me a video that we're adding into the broadcast, and I'm not gonna get that until tomorrow morning apparently. So I'm excited because that means either we've gotten really good at this. I'm just that good at editing, or we've worked out a lot of bugs and we've worked out some really cool stuff. So, but that being said, tomorrow morning, because they're going to see this tonight, tomorrow morning I'm going to add the aspect that they sent me into the broadcast for Sunday morning, and then I got to export it out. And exporting takes a little bit of time, but it's fine. And then I got to upload it. And so what I do for the uploads is I come up here on Saturday, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit for the Saturday portion of this vlog. And I'll upload and do a few other things. And yeah, I mean, that's the process. And it's interesting. It's interesting working the process. And this is what I want to encourage you guys. And those of you who maybe you're doing your own stuff like this, and maybe some of you guys who, you got your own projects in life. Sometimes there's a process and it takes a while to work it out, to get it through. And you grow and you learn. And I know when you first start out the process, it gets hard. You're like, you question, why am I doing this? Is it worth it? Is it worth the time I'm putting into this? And to be honest, I can't answer that for you. You've got to answer that for yourself. But I can tell you this, at the front end, it may be a lot of work and it may be really hard, but the more you work it, the harder you work at it, the more you learn, the better things get. So again, we're 10 weeks into this. This is about 10 weeks of me basically going home at 7 o'clock at night on Thursdays. But now we've gotten to a system, we've gotten to a groove. I'm able to produce better content at a faster rate and be able to encourage people in a better way. And that's the benefit of not stopping. So I'm gonna go inside, grab a few things, and I guess I'm gonna go home and eat some tacos. All right? All right, so it is Friday right now, and I have just finished putting all the pieces together. I have Sunday's service exporting now and getting ready to go. Takes a little bit of while for it to do this, but it's done. So now I gotta wait for is tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go up to the church so I can upload it because the internet's better at the church. And I'm also gonna burn a DVD because we have one or two individuals in church who just don't have internet. And so what we've done is we've been burning a DVD of our services for them for the last couple of weeks. And so that's the plan. So give you an update tomorrow. Right, so I realized that I forgot to vlog stuff this morning. We got to the church early this morning and we got everything uploaded, and we also burned a DVD for one of our elders. And what I'm doing right now is we're actually heading out to go deliver that DVD to the elder right now. All right, so DVD in hand. Celeste is about to mask up.
For Miss Carolyn's safety.
Like a ninja.
Legging.
She's gonna take this DVD to the front door. Have fun.
Do my best.
Well, we're done for the day, and now we're going to go home and chill. And the main event happens tomorrow. Woo-hoo! See you guys tomorrow. Okay, now I'm going to take you guys to a shot of Celeste and I moderating. We're at our computers and we're engaging with the chat. We're talking with people. We're encouraging them. And we're echoing the things that are being spoken in the sermon. Why? Because we're engaging with individuals. They're staying connected to the message that's being preached online. Now, in the future, we plan to have, we're hoping for bigger reach, obviously. People who don't know the Lord, and they're coming in and they're listening to the chat or listening to the conversation taking place on the screen, and they're going to have questions. And there needs to be people who will answer those questions. So that's what the moderators are there for. And so it's pretty cool. All right, well, there you go, guys. That was our journey to do our online worship gathering. It's been a fun journey, hasn't it? We're right back where we started. And the cool thing about things is this. We get to start the process over again tomorrow. That's right. We're starting this process over again tomorrow. Why? Well, because there's an online community that needs to be reached. There are people online who simply aren't going to come to church for whatever reason. There's a variety of reasons, and they need the gospel. They need somebody to reach out to them. And so we are going into their household through this medium right here. Maybe you're one of those individuals who found us on accident. And you're like, what is this healing place thing? I'm glad to have you guys here. We love you. We appreciate you. We want you to know that God has a plan and a purpose for you, and we want to love you where you're at right now. So join us again next week for our online worship experience that takes place every Sunday morning, roughly 10 o'clock, starting next week, 10 o'clock. It's going to be pretty cool. But we do this for a purpose, and that's to reach souls. We do this because God has put this in our mandate to do. And so we hope you're encouraged by it. Now, again, yes, we're going to have service in-house starting this Sunday, and we're excited about it. It's going to be awesome. But we're not neglecting you, our online community. So this was your moment for the week. Love you guys. Have a great day.